Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us on this Friday. I'm Joe Ellison. Runners will line up in downtown Springdale Saturday to compete in the annual Hoge Marathon. But today, you can pick up your packet for this year's race from 11 to 7. Now, the races begin tomorrow on Saturday. The Hoge Marathon is a well-known race in the running community. It's one of 419 chosen qualifying races for the Boston Marathon. Another unique thing about this local race is that a percentage of the proceeds may go right back into our community to local charities. Just a few benefiting from this year's race are Meals on Wheels of Washington County and Shop with the Cop Springdale. And we're starting to get a better idea of the type of program that John Calipari is aiming to put together, as he's not just trying to build a roster, but a coaching staff as well. Just a day after officially landing his first transfer, Coach Cal announced that he will reunite with Kenny Payne, who will serve as the Hogs' associate head coach. Payne was most recently the head coach of his alma mater, Louisville, but was let go this offseason. However, prior to that, Payne worked as an assistant under Calipari for 10 years at Kentucky, playing a key role in landing 11 top 3 recruiting classes. We'll get to more news in just a minute, but first, it's Friday. We're heading into that weekend. Let's get a look of the weather with meteorologist Zach Scott. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Joe. Friday, we'll see added cloud cover. We're cooler on the backside of a cold front that moved through as expected late Thursday afternoon and evening. Had some narrow showers with it. You'll remember that. Some of you had some rain. A lot of you didn't. We'll have some rain chances coming back as we get into Saturday. But for your Friday, I think we're overall dry. Breaks of sunshine with the added cloud cover. Temperatures in the 60s. North winds for your Friday, 10 to 20 northwest Arkansas, 5 to 15 in the River Valley. Here comes our next system. Rain chances will start to increase overnight into Saturday morning. Been saying it the last several days, and nothing's changed here. The best chances for showers will be near and south of the I-40 corridor. Though some scattered showers, sprinkles, and patchy drizzle will be possible for northwest Arkansas. It's just that rain chance is going to get lower the further north you go in 5 country. It's higher the further south that you go. Overall, we're looking at anything from a trace to around 1/10 of an inch of rain Saturday into Saturday night for northwest Arkansas. Higher amounts, better chance to be near a 1/2 inch to 1 inch. I-40 south. Joe?
I believe with all my heart and all my soul that the day is coming whenever we will see justice and we'll walk out of this place. It may not come tomorrow. It may not come on September 30th, but it will come.
Well, that was Damian Eccles in 2010, right before he, Jason Baldwin, and Jesse Miskelly took an Alford plea deal in the West Memphis 3 case. Now, this deal allowed them to keep their innocence while accepting that the prosecutors had enough evidence to convict them. But since that deal, Damian Eccles has continued to claim he's innocent and didn't murder 3 8-year-old boys. Thursday morning, the Arkansas Supreme Court reversed a lower court's ruling, meaning evidence that was once thought to be destroyed in the 30-year-old case can be DNA tested. Now, Ashley Godwin breaks down the decision on how Eccles' legal team is preparing on what's next.
Once that additional DNA testing started pointing in different directions than the 3, then we first started to have real hope that maybe there was a way this case would break open.
Damian Eccles' lead counsel, Stephen Braga, has been on the case since 2009. Right before Eccles, Jason Baldwin and Jesse Miskelly made an Alford plea deal.
I haven't been involved in another case, anything like this in my career. Believe me, this is one of a kind, really dramatic case in terms of as Judge Laser said at the Alford plea hearing, it's a tragedy on all sides.
Eccles has maintained his innocence since, pushing for justice in the case. And that push came closer to reality in 2021 when evidence thought to have been destroyed was found. Eccles and his legal team want to test it for DNA to see if they can identify who was at the crime scene. But when they took it to court in 2022, a Crittenden County Circuit judge said no, and that the petition they filed under was not applicable in this case because Eccles wasn't in state custody. 2 years later, the Arkansas Supreme Court weighed in on the decision. In a 4-3 majority opinion, the justices say Eccles can test the evidence with this law, and he does not need to be in state custody to seek relief to prove his innocence.
We're going to take the high road and respect both sides, and luckily we won. We're able to go back and have jurisdiction in the circuit court over the petition for new testing. And what I would say to anybody who who believes that the West Memphis Three, who still believes that the West Memphis Three committed this crime, or Damien is some kind of depraved criminal, well, let's let the testing be done.
Something Eccles and his team have been working on for years, and they say they are closer now than ever to finally knowing the truth.
He really hopes that there's a way to expeditiously get this evidence tested. He has no fear of what the evidence might show, but he is still hopeful that someday the real perpetrator will be found.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Jo Ellison. Have a great weekend.